free, and as you could get used to, the final three are the cyclically seeded ones where the big guns will be facing off each other. This is heat number 1 with Primož Senica from Slovenia in lane 4, meaning that he has the best entry time of all these swimmers. Keep an eye on Xaver Trentner from Austria, a 154 to his name. He might be a lot faster than that. Thomas Lomero from Andorra, Nikita Bortnichov from Moldova, Teimuraz Kobakidze representing Georgia in 3, then Senica and Trentner in the middle lanes, Gianluca Pasolini, San Marino in 6, and Old Condiroli representing Kosovo down in lane 7. This is the lineup for the first heat in the men's 200-meter freestyle.
Take your marks.
So Senica with an entry time of 1:50.95, but it is Trentner, the Austrian, who sets the pace. The 50-meter mark is going to be either the Austrian or the Georgian Kobakidze up in front. 25:09, the first split, suggesting a swim that might be around the 150 barrier, maybe even under that. Of course, these swimmers have no realistic chance of qualifying for the final. Their goal could be a new personal best or a national record. And the halfway turn, it was Kobakidze up in front, just ahead of Trentner. But the Austrian seems to fade away in the second 100 meters, as he is only in 3rd position right now, with Kobakidze holding on to his lead. But at the last turn, it is going to be Senica up in front, and the Slovenian will most probably take this heat and be under 150. So the first heat of this morning session is won by Slovenia's Primož Senica, 1:48.92, and both Kobakidze and Trentner dipped below 150 in this first heat. Senica bettering his entry time by more than 2 full seconds. Kobakidze, well, he had an entry time of 1:56. I doubt that that was his personal best. Anyway, hats off to those three swimming under 150 in the first heat of the in 4 and Gabor Zombori in 5. Those are the top 2 seeds of this heat. Keep an eye on Wojciech Wojdak down in 7.
Take your marks.
Zombori is the world junior champion in the 400 meters. He swam a personal best yesterday in the 400. However, was far from qualifying to the finals. still very young, only 17 years of age, and he is the early leader. His split is almost 9/10 of a second faster than Kobakhidze's was in the previous heat. Also looking strong up in lanes 0 and 1, Gal Cohen and Anton Errala. Now it is the Israeli who is in the lead. His pace is 2 full seconds faster than what we've seen in the previous one. Still in the lead, Gal Cohen with Max Mannes from Luxembourg, also looking strong. Only 50 meters to go. 118.53. And this is where it starts to hurt. And the final turn. It is still the Luxembourg guy in front, but Zombori has the fastest speed on this home stretch, and he takes it with a time of 1:46.15, which is yet another new personal best for the Hungarian, bettering his old mark by more than a second. He has the endurance for the 200 meters. He has the speed for the 200 meters. He can be a star in the making for Hungary. This is the final result of heat number 2, and heat 3 is already at the blocks. Andreas Hansen from Denmark in the middle lane.
This is heat 3.
Take your marks.
Hansen in 4, Noé Ponti from Switzerland in 5, and Nandor Nemeth from Hungary, another Hungarian young gun who was a World Championship finalist in the 100-meter freestyle this summer in Gwangju. He is in lane 6, and he is the early pace setter. A little bit holding back. So it is Denis Loktev who turns first. The split 1/10 faster than in the previous heat. Now Hansen makes a move in 3 or 4, and he is now only 900ths of a second behind Loktev, with Mertens in 3, the German, in 3rd position right now. The pace is very close to the speed of Zombori in the previous heat, just a few hundredths of a second faster than that. Final 50-meter coming up, and Mertens takes the lead. Hansen with the same split as Noé Ponti in 5. A late surge by Nemeth in 6, and it is Ponti, Nemeth, and then Mertens at the final turn. Is it going to be the Swiss who takes it, or the Hungarian? It is going to be very close, but the Hungarian wins it, dipping below 1:46. .45.24, the winning time for Nandor Nemeth, also setting a new personal best. Noé Ponti Came in second, then Jordan Yanchev with a great final 50 meters, clinching third position. Denis Loktev, the early leader, finished way back in ninth position. And now to the seeded heats. We have Vladislav Grinev from Russia in 4 and Kacper Majrzak from Poland swimming next to him in 5.
Take your marks.
Grinev, already European champion in the 4x50 meter freestyle, had a sub 21 split in his 50 meter leg. But also look out for Thomas Dean, who won surprisingly enough a silver medal in the 400 meter freestyle. Grinev then up on lane 0, Dominik Kozma, World Championship finalist in the 200 free. And also in 6th, Thomas Dean, looking strong. So right now it is Kozma and Grinev and Jordan Sloan in lane 8. Sub 50 split. And a halfway turn. And now Grinev makes his move. Takes the lead most probably. Yes, he does. Sloan, Dean, and then Kozma. At the start of the final 50 meters. Sloan still looking very strong. But here comes Thomas Dean in 6 and Kacper Majrzak in 5. This is going to be a very tight affair. And Dean is going to take this one. Yes, he does. Dean, Sloan, Majrzak, and Grinev down in 4th. That was a quick one. 1:43.32. The winning time by Thomas Dean. 2 years ago in Copenhagen at the last edition of the European Short Course Swimming Championships, it took 1:44.6 to qualify for the final. 1:44.6. Well, that is the time of Dominik Kozma down in 7th position. So this time around, that would definitely not be enough to go through, as we still have 2 more heats to go. And the penultimate one features James Guy and Duncan Scott in lanes 3 and 5. This is Vekovichev, Short Course World Championship finalist in the 200 free.
Take your marks.
James Guy, a world champion in the 200 free. Duncan Scott, the European champion in the 200 free. And at the 50-meter mark, those two, together with Vekovichev, are up in front under European record pace. The European record stands to Paul Biedermann, who set that incredible European and world record back in 2009 in Berlin. But there was, you know, a shiny suit record, and no one else ever got close to that. Duncan Scott still under European record pace. Let's not forget that even if there would be, let's say, 3 British in the first 8. Thomas Dean, Duncan Scott and James Guy, only the 2 best of them can go through to the final. And James Guy has some problems right now. He is down in 4th. Duncan Scott still holding on to his lead. Bekovicev 2nd, and Jack McMillan, another Irish, in 3rd. And the final turn. Scott is going to bring this home, and well, James Guy with great speed in the final 15 meters, managing to clinch the 3rd spot, and his time is better than what Thomas Dean swam in the previous heat. So Duncan Scott 1:40.92, a very, very strong swim in the prelims by Duncan Scott. Of course, he wanted to make sure that he will be in for the finals to beat James Guy and also better the time of Thomas Dean from the previous heat. Beating the field by more than 1.5 seconds, Duncan Scott. And 4 swimmers under 1:43. This is going to be a quick one in the finals. The final heat is coming up in the men's 200 free. Danas Rapsis in the middle lane. Winner in the 400 meters with a new championship record. And Filippo Meyi next to him in 5.
Take your marks.
Rapsis had an easy swim yesterday morning in the prelims of the 400 meter free and qualified to the finals in 3rd position, if I recall correctly, and in the final it was class on his own, beating the field by more than 4 seconds. It is Marcus Svensson from Denmark in lane 0 who was first at the turn at 50 meters. But now as we approach the halfway mark, Filippo Meyi up in front. His split is going to be 50 seconds flat. So that is slower than the pace of the previous 2 heats. Slower than James Guy, Duncan Scott, Bekovicev, and also Thomas Dean. 150. May up in front by a body length almost. 78 seconds, or hundredths of a second, his advantage over Rapsis. And now it is time for Rapsis to make a move to make sure that he will be in the final. And well, he does make a move, and his winning time is 1:42.78, which is way slower than what Duncan Scott produced in the previous heat, but shall be good enough for qualification. Interestingly enough, this was the slowest of the seeded heats, but Rapsis is safely through, and so is Filippo Meyi from this heat. But Robin Hansen already missing out. So Duncan Scott has the best time, 1:40.92. Bekovicev, Guy, Rapsis, he will be swimming in lane 6. Then Baldo, McMillan, Meyi, and Sloan. So 2 Irish, 2 Italian, and 2 British guys in the final of the men's